Are you an entrepreneur because you are successful, or are you an entrepreneur because you are getting there? That's a big lie. You're gonna put some work in this dream. You're gonna put some point. Like at the end of the month, you get your money. Welcome to the next thing that's gonna blow up. Thank you very much for listening, guys. It's been overwhelming the love you've been showing, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I wanted to talk about a conversation I recently had with one of my friends. We was just chilling, and then she's just talking about this red pill, blue pill thing. Apparently, it's in the Matrix. Sorry. I've never watched that. But yeah, apparently it's in the Matrix. So the red pill represents the people that do not conform to the societal standards, and then the blue people are the people who conform to standards. For example, it could be uh, used in the people who are working and those who are entrepreneurs. Yeah, that kind of vibe. So she was trying to make a point that I'm a red pill, which is crazy. But what really, what really stood out for me was when we got to the compensation part. So, I was saying red pills are supposed to get like a lot of money because they are risking their whole lives to come out of a system. If it's a job, they are not going that route, then they should go and get more money. That was my whole reasoning. Because if you fail as a red pill, you do not have like a plan B where you will fall back on and say, I'm just gonna do this. No, if you fail, you are sorry. You know what I wanted to say? Yeah, so if you fail as a red pill, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So my whole point was, red pill are supposed to compensate it more. But then she was saying, so who decides how much money or how much compensation blue pills are supposed to receive? I'm like, let's look at it this way. If you are an entrepreneur, for example, this game is not easy because a lot of people think you are waking up at the time you want, you are going to work, whenever you want, all those kind of fancy things we're seeing on social media. I'm here to tell you guys there's nothing like that. If you're planning to fail as an entrepreneur, do those things. You need to be working up, you need to be putting more time than you would have been putting if you was employed. You will be working, some days I be sleeping like, that's actually my normal sleeping time. It's 12 midnight. Like, I can't afford not to reach that time because I'm trying to do work for how many people? I don't know. All the people that I can currently employ. So I'm trying to do all that work alone. I'm trying to read in that time. There's a lot of things that needs to happen. Like, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of sacrifice. I'm sleeping 5 hours max. I'm up, and there is a lot. I have to walk to some places. I have to meet some people. I have to self-fund most of these things, like sacrifices. You can't be just going out for having fun because there is a bigger dream that you have, so you gotta be sacrificing a lot. And then you go to somebody who is working. I stand corrected, but I believe when you are working, I've never really worked like for a long time. I think the largest time I ever worked was like 3 months. And I was like, I'm out of here. This is not for me. So yeah. So I believe when you're working, like, your salary is guaranteed. Like, at the end of the month, you get your money. Like, and then when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have a guaranteed paycheck. Like, you could just work 3 straight months with nothing coming in. You could work a whole year, 2 years, 3 years, trying to build something before it starts generating money. It's not like, you just quit your job, you're gonna be an entrepreneur, and then money starts coming in. Oh my goodness. That's a big lie. You're gonna put some work in this dream. You're gonna put some point. I haven't even started making a lot of money. in anything that I'm doing right now. I'm just putting in money, I'm putting in work, I'm putting in hours after hours, day after day, Monday to Friday, and then sometimes weekends even. And then when I'm sleeping, yo, I'm like dead because I'll be tired like crazy. So you see the difference. So my whole point was like, you know, entrepreneurs are supposed to be rewarded more than uh people who are working as employees, because these people are putting a lot of money. Like, that was a whole debate. Because like, okay, it's like, so now who's God here? Who's deciding? Who's deciding who? But my whole point was just, as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So that was what I really wanted to drive home today. Was like, guys, as hustlers, there was actually another question I was struggling like to figure out, like, are you an entrepreneur because you are successful, or are you an entrepreneur because you are getting there? Because like, there's one of my friends, he was trying to open a broiler raising business, those chickens. Yeah. So we was just having that conversation, like, so are you an entrepreneur now, or because you're not yet successful, you're not an entrepreneur? So I don't know, guys. Just let me know what you think in the comment section. When does one becomes an entrepreneur? Like, before or after the success? Like, yeah. That was like a dilemma we was having. But anyways, I just wanted to let you know, guys, like, this life is not for everybody. This life is not for everybody. You do not have a guaranteed check. You don't have guaranteed success. Even after putting all those hours, they are no guarantees. There are no guarantees. But then that's what I like. It's crazy. That's exactly what I like. I want to go into that zone of no guarantee and then figure something out while I'm there. So that's the beauty. That's what feeds my drive. That's what feeds me, my energy. That's where I get my energy into building something from nothing. But then, like I say, there are no guarantees, no paycheck, hours and hours of work. You do not have. You can wake up at 2 a.m. to put in some work. You can sleep at. You cannot sleep sometimes because you're trying to do something. So those are the sacrifices that we need to figure out, that we need to understand before we dive into this field. There is a lot of guarantees that I intentionally removed from my life because I did not want to have a plan B. One of it was not to go to varsity. I made a decision to say no. I do not want to go to varsity because I do not want a plan B. That was a crazy decision, which my family still struggles to understand today. They still want me to go to varsity even till today. I made an intentional decision to say I do not want varsity because I do not want a plan B to say, if this entrepreneurship thing fails, I will then have, something to lay back on. So those are some of the sacrifices that entrepreneurs go around doing because of the dreams that they have. So you have to understand that before you jump into this field. So if you're out there, you're planning to come, to the other side, think twice really. Like, are you willing to have those? It's pretty much insecurities. Yeah, it's insecurity for real. Like, you are not secure for sure. You could die. I thank God I have a family that supports, that supports me. And, there are some hustles that I do that, bring in some money. So I don't have to worry about what I'm going to eat the next day. But there are some people I know out there that are hustling and they don't have food for like next week, but they're still out there grinding for their dreams. So you understand what I'm saying? There is a lot of sacrifices that you need to do. So if you're out there, you want to come through to this side, please rest assured you're going to trade some securities. You are going to trade them for the dream that you have. Because, like, I mean, look at the history. Please, I'm not saying drop out of school, man. Like, school is fire. Like, I was looking at it, with time, my ideas are evolving. I remember when I first quit school, I was like, school is nothing. Like, I'm wasting my time. But then right now I'm realizing, like, nah, school is actually important. There are some people that need to go to school. Like, I mean, we wouldn't be having all those researchers who are doing crazy work that entrepreneurs wouldn't be able to do. There's some, like a doctor, for example. Like, you, if you are gonna quit school to become a doctor, trust me, you're not gonna treat nobody. So there are some people that need to go through that round. Then there are some people that don't need to. Like, you don't need to. Like, I've learned a lot of things during the period that I've not been in school. Like, because some of my friends have started working, they've graduated. Like, it's crazy. But there are some things that I have learned that I am certain you will not find in university. And I still learn today. Like I said, I read 4 hours every day. Like, every day, I'm reading 4 hours. That's aside the time I'm reading, maybe in a kumbi going to town, or the time I'm listening to some podcast teaching me something. So, like, you can imagine the work that I'm putting in. It's crazy. So those are the things that you need to be doing. So, like, school, man, it's fire. Go to school if you feel like school is for you. If you want to do, there's some professions that will not work if you don't have school, and there are some professions that work if you don't need school. So, like, this is like me, after a lot of time of pondering upon this idea. Like, is school important? Is school not important? Like, school is fire. School is important, but not for everybody. So before you jump in, before you drop out, figure out, see 10, 20 years ahead, are you going to need this or not? Then you can make the decision. So I'll be waiting for you on this other side. If you decide to come in, I'll be with you. And here I'll be sharing my journey. Like, I'll just open it up. All the crazy times I'm going through, all the lessons I'm learning, the people I'm meeting, you're going to be seeing them here. You're going to be hearing those stories here. And I'm opening up my Instagram, my TikTok. Yeah, I'm opening TikTok. You could have asked me this like last year. I'll be saying go and die. Opening TikTok. Oh my goodness. I wasn't even thinking about this. I'm like, nah. Instagram, yeah, I was there, but I wasn't posting nothing. So yeah, I'm now opening up my social media, so that I can be showing some of the steps I'm taking throughout the journey, so that you can be with me throughout it. You can motivate me, maybe you can learn one or two things. You can share also some of the lessons that you're learning. And as well, I'm gonna be opening my what do you call this app, Telegram, yeah, community. I'm gonna open a Telegram community, so that we can even have some interactions, back and forth through that Telegram community. So guys, I'll be waiting to hear from you. Please look out for another episode this Friday. Hopefully I would have interviewed one of my crazy friends who is the next thing that's gonna blow up. I do apologize, for taking some time without posting. I've been trying to figure out like a proper schedule. From now on, I'll be posting every Monday, 5 p.m. Expect a fire episode every Monday. But then I'm trying to figure out as well another day to post, possibly a Friday, where I'll be posting an interview with one person that I would have, talked to. One, not just a person. Remember, here we're talking about fire people only. It's fire things. You know the drill. It's fire things. So, man, it's gonna be me solo. Fridays is gonna be an interview with a fire person. The next person I believe is gonna blow up in any industry. It could be music. It could be an entrepreneur. It could be anything. It could be anything really. So you just want to stick around and find out what these people are doing. They'll be sharing their trade secrets, their secret sauce. Yeah. So wait. I hope they will. I hope they will. Yeah, but stick around and find out what these people will be sharing. So guys, thank you very much for listening. I hope to see you on Friday. Peace. I'm out.